This is a response to a question by a subscriber on my last video who asks me about what my view is on the feminist ban on hot women in Formula One. Well, he's talking about the grid girls, which has been debated all over the world. And I would say this, it isn't a feminist ban. This is the TV company, as far as I'm concerned, that controls, to a very large extent, Formula One. And I don't personally believe that this has anything to do with the grid girls. They are a red herring. It's a diversionary tactic. When you consider, I think it was the BBC who did a poll on this, and 60% of people were in favour of grid girls and 40% were against. But of course that was after the hysteria that the mainstream media created about this. What they're doing, this is division. It's just it's the way that globalists, and particularly the people who control the media, this is how they fragment a society and divide it and get people arguing against each other. And it's the same as the smoking ban here in Britain. When that was introduced, I think it was under one of Tony Blair's governments, it was introduced under this ridiculous, this fantastical idea that it had something to do with the government actually giving a damn about people's health. They couldn't care less. So when you have this ban on smoking, the most popular place that people smoke when they're not in their homes is in the pub. And the whole idea of this smoking ban, as far as I'm concerned, was to divide people down the middle. Should it exist? Should it not? And it gave the government two things, two very major things. Number one, if you stop smoking in pubs, then that's the place where people congregate. They discuss government. They discuss all sorts of things. And when you make them, you disallow them from smoking inside the pub, loads of them won't go there. They don't want to leave their drink at the table and then go outside and smoke outside as if they're some kind of an outcast, like they're a leper who should be wearing a fucking bell, and if you see what I mean. Then on top of that, the government announced that it was going to allow council officials to go into bars, to pubs, to patrol the situation, to go undercover, to survey, in a surveillance mode, and they would be able to film you and record you. So now you have government spies in the fucking bars. What is this? The Soviet fucking Union? I feel so sorry for those women who've lost their jobs in the name not of political correctness, it is in the name of division. And loads of people have made videos on. I didn't make a video on the grid girls. I was going to. Loads of people did, and they are totally missing the point. It is about division and the fragmentation of society through the same old Marxist, cultural Marxist formula developed by people like Herbert Marcuse and the Frankfurt School. Race, sex, sexuality, it's always the fucking same. Race, gender, sexuality. Race, gender, sexuality. Herbert Marcuse rambled on about that, and he threw in anti-Semitism. He could never have foreseen Islamophobia coming up and all the other phobias and the isms invented by the fucking lying communist left, and the right-wing neocon fucks are going along with this because they have their own globalist agenda as well. It's all about globalism. It's all about division.